Hey guys, taking a look at Tesla. Yet another inside bar on the daily. I'm seeing this in quite a few places in the tech sector especially. And we're seeing that we have a base of support here at 211 and we have resistance at today's high day 215.02. We did very close to Marabouzo close on what could be considered a green reversal hammer candlestick. So we'll see if bulls have the momentum to carry this through tomorrow. I would like to see this inside bar range close during regular trading action, but it's unlikely if we had any sort of continuation in after hours and we open up a little bit higher than 215. But I would look to back test that level tomorrow and see if it acts as support. On the daily time frame, things are looking still bearish, but we have some signs of hope for the bulls. 4-hour time frame, bulls need to get a new high, and really the new high they need to get is over 228.69. So quite a range for us here on the 4-hour time frame. Should we fail to do that, it's just going to be a lower high on the 4-hour, and we will look to continue this pattern that we have been in since the 31st. On the hourly time frame, here's that nice choppy action today, setting that inside bar range, hesitating in after hours, and we need to see if bulls can get over 215.40 to establish a new high on the hourly, come back down and get a higher low over 211.54. So again, signs of hope, but not a lot of convincing action. We need to see what happens tomorrow with all these inside bar breaks, see if the market is kind to us in general, and if it allows us to see a nice bull break of these levels. If we lose 211, our next daily support is not until 203.50. Hey guys, taking a look at Amazon. Amazon showing a little bit of strength here today. Bulls buying the dip, and we ended the trading day with a nice hammer. So we do have a little bit of a body here. And what this means is we had a nice open. Bears still went on attack out of the gate that pushed the price down to a new low, and I believe that's under our low 1748.78. So again, pushing to new lows, but bulls answered back this time. And this tells us that after all of this time pushing the price down, bears are starting to get a little bit exhausted. We're seeing good volume here, a lot of shares trading hands, and often this can indicate a period of trend reversal or momentum shift. So we need to see what happens tomorrow, see if we can get some follow through on this strength. But daily bulls kind of stepping it up today. On the 4-hour time frame, here's that chop back and forth. There's a big dip, bulls buy it. And as we head into the hourly, we can see that we are still in an hourly lower high rather, but also getting almost a higher low, 1743 versus 1745. So technically, yes, we're in a downtrend, but I do like how the bulls were able to buy this dip and on good increasing volume. We really need to see the bulls get over 1781.90 for a good upside continuation. Should they fail to do that, our next support is at 1738.69. But good bones here for a reversal. Keep an eye on it. If we get that nice strength going into tomorrow, I will look for a good entry on a counter trend and see if we can't get all the way up to that EMA 26 or EMA 12 for a little bit of a daily bounce. Hey guys, taking a look at Apple. And this is an incredibly tight range, opened right inside this big monster mother bar. So these highs and lows of today's candlesticks are going to be very, very important for the coming days and probably for the remainder of the week as the market sort of decides what it wants to do inside this range. We're range bound between EMA 26 and 12, and we've got this nice inside bar set up. Hopefully, in a perfect world, we open up inside this range tomorrow and we see market action in real time breaking one of these key resistances and giving us a little indication about what these bulls are going to do or what these bears are going to do. 4-hour time frame, there's that tightening range. Again, not a lot of information, though we do have those EMAs to watch out for as resistance. And on the hourly, again, just sideways action and ever so slightly tightening range, but again, not giving us very much to work with here on Apple. And if you look at today's action overall, just pretty much chop city. We saw resistance at 207.19, saw near a double top there, and very close to double bottom. So it's all about this inside range and what the bulls are going to do or the bears are going to do tomorrow. Sometimes the charts just don't tell you very much, but they have given us context for what is going to come, and we can use that information to make some strategic choices in the next coming days. So I wish I had more in-depth information to give you today, but sometimes there's just not a lot. So we'll be keeping an eye on Apple and looking for some sort of direction to follow this big volatility and this tightening range on the daily inside bar. You guys, taking a look at Netflix today, we had a little bit of, well, I don't want to call it strength, but we did have a tightening range and we set a higher low as compared to the previous trading day. So that is important. We have a nice inside bar setup that we can watch just like we have on some of these other tech names, and there's a lot of indecision, and there was a beautiful equilibrium on the 15-minute time frame on Netflix that just simply didn't play out. So what we're looking for is to maintain a daily higher low over 288 and start to build the foundation for more of a long-term reversal. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, here we can see that we are definitely still in a 4-hour downtrend. Bulls need to get over top of 298, and then need to maintain this last low, 292.50. They need to keep that so they can turn this into a 4-hour trend, turn this trend to a 4-hour bull trend, and then carry that over into the daily time frame. And the hourly, here's that 15-minute EQ. Looks a little bit more elegant there. Some after hours action or late in the day action pushing us to the upside. If we go to the 15, we'll take a look at that. And there's that EQ. Just doesn't really do a lot. No follow through, big bear volume, but no real break. And then we're setting up the range for tomorrow's action. So not a lot of information here again. We'll keep an eye on these trends, and we will see what happens tomorrow. Ideally, we open inside this range, very close to it, and then get a nice convincing break of one of these two inside bar levels. That will tell us what we need to know to get started tomorrow.